cantaste tan bonito. Ya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Mansarova.
Hasta acá, pero tú vas a llevar a la madre donde él siempre la lleva.
No cree, ella está allá. Dígale que hay una colega aquí. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Jene Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachaline Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Desatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Ataha ni patim rajan bhavi taikash kritat manja harsha shoka pradastubhyam iti brahma suto jajo. Translation. I think we're all English today.
Ha cerrado la habitación nuestra.
Thereafter, the great sage told the king, "O great king, now you will have a son, which will be the cause of both jubilation and lamentation." The sage then left without waiting for Chitraketu's response. Srila Prabhupada explains. The word harsha means jubilation, and shoka means lamentation. The king was overwhelmed with joy when he understood that he would have a son. Because of his great jubilation, he could not actually understand the statement of the sage Angira. He accepted it to mean that there would certainly be jubilation because of the birth of the future son, but that he would be the king's only son, and being very proud of his great wealth and empire, would not be very obedient to his father. Thus the king was satisfied, thinking, "Let there be a son. Does not matter if he is not very obedient." In Bengal, there's a proverb that instead of having no maternal uncle, it is better to have a maternal uncle who is blind. It's a famous statement, no? Better a blind uncle than no uncle. The king accepted this philosophy, thinking that a disobedient son would be better than no son at all. The great sage Chanakya Pandit wrote, "Karita putrena jatena yona vidatu na dharmikaha kanena shakshu shakimva shakshu pidaiva kevalam." What is the use of a son who is neither a learned scholar nor a devotee? Such a son, like a blind, diseased eye, which always causes sufferings. Nevertheless, the material world is so polluted that one wants to have a son, even though he may be useless. This attitude was represented in the history of King Chitraketu. I still have some medicine here. Excuse me. Amla. Ayurvedic Amla. Top. The highest vitamin C provider in the vegetable world. Very difficult to chew. Harsha Ishoka. That is the real point of this world. In Germany we say, Himmel hoch jauchzend, zu Tode betrübt. Das kennst du doch, ne?
Ja, wer nicht?
Excuse me, I just had my Amla charge in the morning. I recommend it very much. We are right now in the Amla season. You can buy Amla in the market. Usually, nowhere in the world can you get Amla. Fresh Amla. It is an incredible gift of our Mother Nature. And in Ayurveda, it's everywhere. This is a product of the doctor from Now it's okay. Sorry. So, that is really a message which was given by Angira Muni, because King Chitraketu could not have a child, and he was very morose and he was very upset. Why I have no child? I am a king. I am rich, I am powerful, everything, but I cannot have a child. So he was so disgusted, and he was doing all kinds, whatever he could do. And then Angira Muni came and visited him. And the king told him everything, how he was feeling. And then Angira Muni made a yagya. Out of this yagya, a fruit was produced. And he gave the fruit to the king. And he gave it to his favorite queen. I think he had 1,000 wives. And she bare a son. But Angira, before leaving, he said, this son will be the cause of great jubilation and great lamentation. So in our world, we are always mad after jubilation. In psychology, you call that the peak points. What are the peak points in life of what makes things like apparently function or inspiring? Of course, in the material world, orgasm is one of those peak points. But apparently it's not enough. That's why people take drugs to get another, like some jolt, some high. They call it also flash. To have a flash experience. But all of these peak points in the mundane world, they're simply the initial stage of the downcoming. The higher you go, the deeper you fall. So once you have been a millionaire, yesterday they announced Elon Musk is the first trillionaire in the history of mankind. And the guy, so, yes, you can be a trillionaire, you can be a billionaire, you can be anything. But this jubilation will certainly come down. It must come down. Everything you feel jubilation, it is meant to be, it is bound to be withdrawn. These days we are hearing every day hurricane, inundation, landslide, earthquake, tsunami. Every day you hear it, no? Philippines, Mexico, Jamaica. I mean, Jamaica is a beautiful island, really beautiful. Beautiful Caribbean island. And it just went one wind over it and it destroyed the entire island. Just to show you. Then there's an angry nature. Is it angry nature? No. It's the very nature of this material world to produce jubilation and lamentation. And this example of King Chitraketu is just an outstanding one. Very outstanding history, because he was so happy about his son, and he was treating his favorite queen even more favorite and favorite, the mother, and he neglected all his other queens. So the queens, they got so angry that they were neglected. Here, you're a queen, you give your life to this guy, and he don't pay any attention to you. I mean, then that's really boring, huh? So they went together, and after a while, they said it's not changing. They poisoned the son because of that. When the son died, oh my God, the king, he like fell out of the sky, you know. What, my son, he died. but maybe he was 10 years old or so. And then Angila Muni came back. He knew about everything. The great Munis, they have vision, they can understand things. So he came back to their palace and said, oh, you're lamenting? Oh, you are the sage. Look what happened. These queens, they killed my son. Oh. So he would not listen to any good advice. He only would say, bring my son back, bring my son back, bring my son back, bring my son back. And Gita Muni was thinking, well, this guy's really an idiot. He can't get it at all. He can't get what this is. There's a similar stories there about Lord Buddha, I can tell you later. Anyway, so by his mystical power, he called the soul, which already had left the body, back into the body. And he said, my dear boy, sorry to call you back, but your father is lamenting too much. And he wanted you back at any cost. And then the son, he asked, which father? I've had so many fathers in all my lifetime before. Which father needs to see me again? And Chitraketu was there. He was like, oh. And then a few more questions. And the son said, can I go now? Did I do my job coming back here? I'm on my journey, you know. I don't want to be disturbed on my journey. And then Angila Muni said, okay, you can go. So then Chitraketu, he was like, you could say that's an enlightening experience. No? So sometimes in life, pain, great pain, is a very enlightening experience. My God. And there's all kinds of pains. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, once famed, infamy is worse than death. It's like dying. Before everybody said, you're so great, and then everybody says, you're so horrible. Then it is like, oh, now I died. Or death would be less painful than having to hear this. So the material world is like that. It's teaching us. But we are so naughty students, we don't want to get the lesson. Ha! The house is broken, earthquake. I'll make a new one. I show this nature. I'll make a new house. And the new house is going to be more beautiful than the old one. So we are always like, we are counteracting the teachings of this world by our very rebellious nature, and we think, no, we will win this game. Crazy. Krishna says, once you're born, death is certain, and once you die, new birth is certain. So what is the big deal about all that? Why make so much fuss about somebody being born or somebody dies? It's just like changing dresses. Krishna says that the material world is like you're changing different dresses. And the sages are not disturbed by this. Denusmin yatadehi komanam jovanam jara. The wise will not lament neither about the living nor about the death. Why? It's nothing to lament about. But what is the purpose of all this? Give me a one-sentence answer. What is the purpose of all this? Anybody wants to try? Only one sentence. What is the purpose of all that?
Learn to surrender.
Learn to surrender. Good. Any other proposal? Nobody else? What's the purpose of the material existence? I would say surrender is true, but the surrender is for a special purpose. It is to teach you real love. Because without love, everything is lost and worthless. And unless we reach real love, we have not learned the lesson. And in order to reach to love, we have to surrender. So that's also a correct answer. Surrender is a magical term. In the material world, surrender is so powerful that I want to kill you, you want to kill me, we are in war, and then I take a little stick, put the white flag on it, and hold it up, says, I surrender, I surrender. The other guy said, he surrenders? Well, then there's no reason to shoot anymore. So, you surrender, and not only surrender, unconditional surrender. I surrender, you can do with me whatever you want. That's a very interesting situation. If you see wars and see how they deal with each other after the surrender, very surprising. Anyhow, when somebody unconditionally surrenders to you, then you have to feed him, dress him, give him a place to stay. All of a sudden you get all the responsibility of the guy you wanted to kill. I want to see your death, and now I have to give you food, medicine, and this. So the surrender is a very, very, very powerful element in life. And you can apply it to many other areas. But surrender is just amazingly powerful and important. But real love is not there because of unconditional surrender. When you unconditionally surrender to the opposing party, that doesn't mean you love that party. It just means you don't want to suffer anymore. You feel the loss on your side is not worth it. I'd rather be in his prison than him killing all my children and everything. I prefer that any other thing will be less suffering. So that surrender, in this case, is not on the elevated platform. So when we use the word surrender, we actually mean surrender to the teachings of love, to surrender to the Guru, and like that. But that the purpose of this material world is to learn how to love. And how much to love, and who to love, and how this all applies, that we have to learn from Sanatana Dharma. That's what we have to learn from our Srila Prabhupada. I think he's the best example. For me, he's the best example, because not only did he teach divine love, but he also gave everything to it. And the impact he has had upon the world with his teaching of divine love is extraordinary. I mean, with all due respect to other people like Martin Luther King or Mahatma Gandhi or other people who were idealists of pacifism and so, nice guys, really, all respect due to them, but love, divine love, love for God, love for all living entities, not very much. Not very much. Like we say, okay, you love everybody, then please tell me, what do you eat? Oh, I eat everything. That means how much love you have for those creatures who have to die so that you can eat them. That's a big subject, vegetarianism. Some people want to take it further and they say veganism. To be vegan, to be consistent. Vaishnavas have a little different view on that. Most Vaishnavas. But that's not the point of today's class. Today's class is jubilation and lamentation. Until you learn how to love, you have to again go after jubilation and again go through lamentation. And again and again and again and again and again and again and again. You meet a nice partner. Oh, you're like in the seventh heaven. Huh? Ah, this person, oh, she loves me. Oh. Seventh heaven. And then just wait a while and then the thing all turns another way. I hate the moment I saw you the first time. Oh, how can you say such a painful thing? But that's what I feel. But you told me before you loved me. That was my illusion. So, I would say that's probably worse than a house breaking down. If you lose somebody who thought will be your lifelong partner, this is really a tough one. And how often it happens? How often people separate? One of my uncles got married 14 times.
My dad made
5.
14, so.
Yes. Marathon. And that's not all. Many times they don't divorce, but they only stay together for the children. Or because they're scared what will happen to them if they're on their own again. So this loving propensity, that loving nature of us, it belongs to God. And only if you give it to God will it be a sustainable experience. Not only sustainable, but ever growing. That is what Srila Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj called I forgot the English way of saying it. Permanently increasing, that's the essence of it. That you have something fantastic and it will permanently increase, it will never decrease. There will be always one more. You could say that's...
Progresivo y positivo.
Yeah, thank you, that was it. Positive
Progresivo y positivo.
and progressive immortality. Positivo y progresiva inmortalidad. Right, that was what I was looking for. Positive and progressive immortality. What? What are you talking about? Are you just fantasizing? Yes. That is the divine reality we are after. And the impersonalists, they will call it samadhi. We are in samadhi. There's nirvikalpa samadhi in savikalpa samadhi. But we are not interested in nirvikalpa samadhi, which is like unexplainable state of inactive ecstasy. There's no inter-exchange, there's no individual, there's no cravings or feelings or anything. It's just like, well, I wouldn't say no feelings, but no feelings for another person in particular. Maybe a feeling of cosmic love or something. Which to me is very abstract, but whoever wants it, well, I guess they can get it. But positive and progressive immortality needs relationship. And that's very hard to imagine for us because we have the experience that we don't get along with anybody for a long time. Maybe in a moment we were friends, but then we started living together and we find out the other guy snores and he's always leaving something dirty behind himself, and I told him and then he got upset, and comes a moment, okay, he's a nice guy, but I don't want to live with him anymore. This is the daily affair, everywhere. So really, relationship, positive, progressive immortality and relationship, that is for us unimaginable. We are very strange creatures. We love our dog, and when the vacation comes and we want to go somewhere for vacation, nobody wants to look after our dog. We go in the street and put him out in the street and leave it, abandon our dog. Every day, thousands of dogs are abandoned in the world. So what love for dog? Forget it. Or take the people love their horse. You know, those horse riding, these polo riders and all that. No, they don't love their horse. As soon as anything goes wrong with the horse, slaughterhouse. These polo and these racing horses, they don't live very long. This is all hoax. Permanent loving relationship, ever increasing. That's possible with God. If you have it with God, you know something. You start loving everybody. Then you understand, my Lord loves everybody. My Lord has created everybody. So how can I have a negative attitude towards anyone? If others are negative, then I understand I love them as they are getting rectified by the system. And the system is harsha shoka. Jubilation, lamentation. Jubilation, lamentation, jubilation, lamentation, jubilation, lamentation. What's today? What's today on the agenda? Lamentation or jubilation? That's what you have to answer. Lamentation or jubilation? What's on the agenda?
What would be the jubilation in Spanish?
Can you speak louder?
What would be jubilation in Spanish?
Jubilation, júbilo,
Ajú.
jubilación.
Es diferente, júbilo.
Sí.
Júbilo es diferente a jubilación.
No, puede ser, pero también puede utilizar jubilación. No es que te vas a pensionar, ¿no? No.
No es jubilación. Jubilación es pensionarse. Júbilo está bien.
Júbilo está correcto.
Júbilo está bien.
Está argumentando el diccionario español. No, júbilo existe.
Sí.
Pero no se usa mucho. Eso también es cierto. Muchas veces existen de la raíz latina, existe la variante español y la variante italiana y la variante inglesa, y suena casi igual, pero a veces hay tomado otro significado en la aplicación. Pero generalmente es la misma. La jubilación es, claro, júbilo. porque me estoy jubilando. Ahora estoy jubilado porque no voy a trabajar y me van a pagar. Es una razón de jubilo. Y lo que aquí se llama Harsha Shoka. And you get it again and again and again and again and again and again. And you don't want to let go. You're 80 years and you're still looking for a new partner. Maybe he will love me. What to speak of money? Yes, somebody wins the lottery. He goes, what? You just won $1 million. No, yes. Then you, oh, luck came upon me. The goddess of fortune showered $1 million on me. And immediately everybody comes to you. How much are you going to give me? Are you going to share something with me? Hey, don't get too close to me. You got $1 million and lose all your friends. Even your family is getting upset. No. And that's not a joke. That is. And if you are rich, you have friends. When the riches are finished, the friends are also finished. Nobody cares for you anymore. It's amazing world, my dear. An amazing world. Name, fame, glory, it's the same old story. You working hard like an ass for nothing more but grass. But we don't want to learn a lesson. It's like, oh, all my efforts, all my ambitions, all my things are just in vain. But that's what Chitraketu had to realize. It was in vain. Not only did his son die, but when he was called back, he asked, who wants to see me again? There was no attachment to his father. I'm on my way now. I was allowed to leave. Now why you call me back? We're all on the same way. We all have to realize that there's nothing in this world for us except loving service. If you lovingly serve, that's why the Vaishnavas, they accept this. I am Das. I am Das. Das means servant. For women, you say, I am Devi Dasi. I am Devi Dasi. I am nothing but that. And what does it mean? Well, tell me what that means. What service you expect from me? What can I do to please you? And who we want to serve, and how we want to serve, and the quality we want to serve. That makes up the quality of person we are. You can be a very superficial servant. You can be so superficial that nobody wants you to be his servant either. And whom to serve? Who deserves to be served? Nowadays it's very difficult to find a brahmachari or a brahmacharini in this world. But everybody is a servant. What they are servants of? TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. They are the servant of this little machine, and this little machine is manipulating you to be a consumer, and it knows you. You have an avatar in the digital world. You are well known, and what you like and what you don't like, it's all registered in your avatar. And therefore, this machine always will put you just what you like, which put you in mind. Did you know that? Did you know that? That you have an avatar? And not only one, you have several. Whatever, Google has an avatar of you. You're registered. As soon as you work on any social platform, you're registered and your character is built. Who are you? What do you like? What did you do? And this all will produce how you will be personally attended according to your likes, dislikes, and so on. So we are servants of our ego world by becoming servant of this machine, and actually becoming servants of Amazon, servants of Microsoft. It sounds crazy, but it's total reality. And we are becoming good servants, very dedicated. If you have a child, they get attached to this little machine. You take away the machine, the child goes crazy. You've taken away my master. So the material world just shows us so many teachings. But the essence of it, we have to become servant. Loving servant of the supreme sambandha, the supreme relationship. And in my supreme relationship with God, everybody else is included. I just met a new sister today. I have commitment with the people who are coming here, going. I'm surrounded by possibilities of service. Everything in the mood of service is good. If you cannot do proper service, well, then you try again. Maybe next time it works. There's no way back. We in South America, in our mission, we say, turn back, never. Fight amongst each other, under no condition. Because how can you be a servant of somebody if you fight with them? This fighting nature is so much in us. We are always walking around with a chip on your shoulder. You know that saying? You know that? It's an American saying. You got a chip on your shoulder. And you go like, What? Who's better, you or me? Huh? And if somebody goes, then there's a fight. Then it gets heavy. So, in this world we are so arrogant. We are creating worldviews which always manages to put everybody down. The first we put down is the opposite sex. So, these women, and they say, these men, these horrible men. So we got the first 50% of humanity discriminated in a first thought. Huh? But that's not enough. Now we got to get on our peers, so-called peers. Oh, you mind those poor, wretched, good-for-nothing people who walk in the street? Oh, you mean the migrants? You mean those guys who came over our borders without papers? Oh God, what kind of losers they must be that they came to my country without the proper credentials. So okay, now I got rid of all the migrants. Now I've got to go to the legals. Oh yeah, they got no education. They're just factory workers. They're just like Sudras. So in this way, our mind produces this incredible in the search, in the hope for my own superiority, I go and I cut on everybody anything. Oh, this is the fair hair, this is this one, this is that one, this is... And in the end, there's nobody left who is on our level. It's time for misery, no? This jubilation cannot be in that state. Now comes Shoka. Cut him! Cut this ego idiot! Cut him to the ground! Get him to scream and to squirm, mercy, mercy! Yeah, you should have asked for that when you were up. You should have learned to ask for mercy when you had a position, when you had some money, when you had something, you could have done something good. But you didn't. You just discriminated against the entire humanity to make yourself like feeling you're superior. You know some people, they walk with the nose up. Who are all these low people I have to associate with? And it goes in all spheres. Religious sectarianism. That's just to feel superior to others. All kinds of sectarianism. Because my faith is better than yours. There are many jokes about that, but it doesn't help too much. It's just conditional thinking. Racism, that's another thing. It's the same thing. Same package, racism. Casteism, the same thing. So we are in a system here where everybody is training up to become a full-scale idiot. And nasty as well. His mentality is nasty. If you feel superior to anybody, that's nasty. What right do you have to feel superior? What right do you have? What illusion you have fallen into? So King Chitraketu was a king, and now he was smashed. His own wives had killed his beloved son. Well, it was his fault. He didn't take care of them. He didn't look after them. So, but he couldn't see that. He was so in total devastated consciousness. Jubilation and lamentation are there by God's grace to teach us the right way. You have to accept it. The best thing, you lament immediately for not having love. If you lament, oh my Lord, I'm so low, I have no service for you, I've done thousands of mistakes, I'm a hopeless case, my Lord, only by your grace I can sustain my existence and try to become a servant of the servant of the servant of the truth. Of the truth, that's what I want to serve. Well, in that mentality, you don't need to be devastated because you have already personally declared yourself the most needy, the most disqualified. That's Vaishnava philosophy. That's what Vaishnava philosophy teaches us. Maharaj, unas palabritas. I know for me this is a very heavy subject because I know it's true. I know it's true. I know you're going to get it if you get the wrong attitude. You're going to get it again. And old age is one of those. Huh? Your senses don't work anymore. Who is talking to me? In the end, you get Alzheimer and your son comes to you, Daddy, who's that guy? You don't recognize your own son? I was taking care of an Alzheimer patient for many years in Miami, in the temple. A person, he didn't recognize his children, nothing. The only thing he could do was eat. The only thing which still worked was the palate. Oh, he was eating. Who was giving? Nothing. He was zero. Brain dead, almost, you know. So that's a great reason of lamentation. But out of sentimentalism, you say, well, we gotta feed him, he's alive. Feed somebody who doesn't recognize anything. That's a good tapasya. Teaches you another lesson. So the world is full of those lessons. Lamentation, yeah, lamentation. If you want to know what lamentation is all about, then read the story of that king who lost everything. Everything. And finally, he had to bury his own son working in a crematorium. No, this, what was his name? Haya. Famous Vedic king. That story is really, if you want to really get a story which, you remember? Haya, not Hayagriva. Hayagriva is an incarnation. I come back one moment. I want to see to what degree misery can take him. Just go to Jamaica. A whole country is devastated. Rich and poor, everybody's like, they don't even have food. And once you're spoiled, telephone, internet, this, that, Amazon, you're living in your bubble of illusion, and everything is just go whang overnight. No food, no telephone, no water, no this, and your roof is gone, and the wall fell in, and the car is smashed, and the bank account doesn't work. That's shoka. We're getting it again and again, but we don't. No. Luckily, it didn't happen to me. Well, do you have a friend in Jamaica? Or in the Philippines? Or here or there? Even in Switzerland, an entire village disappeared. Just a mountain fell down over a village. So misery is part of this world to teach us. Now we may take it impersonal and say, oh, this is luck, this is destiny, what to do. Or you may say, oh, I'm here to learn something. My Lord, please teach me. Teach me to become a humble servant, because I've been so far away from the proper behavior. I've been so far away from the enlightened state which one is supposed to reach as a human being, no? We always talk about enlightenment. How much enlightenment have you got? I'm so enlightened that I feel still that I'm superior to others. That's not very enlightened. I mean, take Christians and the Muslims. They actually think that those who are not subscribing to their religion have no rights. They have no rights. They can do anything with them they want. Muslims, they actually think those who are not Muslims, they don't want to become Muslims. They have no rights. Make them slaves. And they have acted with this mentality. They are still acting with this mentality until today. So what kind of religion is this who teaches you that those who don't believe in your faith, they're worthless? But this is the material world. That's where we got here. Oh, I was telling the story of Lord Buddha. One woman, she lost her little baby. And she was so morose and so morose. So she asked everybody, who can help me? Who can help me? My baby died, my baby died. So finally said something, up there on the mountain, there lives a great sage. His name is Buddha. You go to talk to him, he can take care of any problem. So she went up and she met the Buddha. She fell at his feet, said, my baby died, my baby died. Please help me, please do anything you want. And the Buddha said, no problem, I take care of that. But for that you have to go to 10 houses where nobody died and get a grain of mustard from that house. I need 10 of those grains to reawaken your baby. So she went, wow, yes, yes, yes. So she went from door to door. Has anybody died here? Yes, Grandpa. Anybody died there? Yes, Uncle Tom. And somebody died here. Everywhere, house to house, she went house to house. After like 1 week, she went back to the Buddha. She said, he said, where are the grains? Where are the grains of mustard? She looked like, couldn't get any. Why? Why couldn't you? In every house somebody died. Then the Buddha said, then why you lament somebody's died in your house? If in everybody's house somebody died. Then she could understand the lesson. So we are always looking for those mustard seeds, no? Which make our material life valid. Our struggle for money, our struggle for name and fame and this, we always want to, yes, that will, my thing will work, my business will work. I am the most beautiful. Any questions? Commentaries? So, King Chitraketu gave us a good lesson. I hope it will give you some good, sustainable wisdom for your life. Because that's why we read the Srimad Bhagavatam, to get sustainable wisdom for our life. No questions, no commentaries. Are you in a state of shock or something? What's the next ceremony of jubilation? We are doing the cleaning of Vrindavan. So every day we clean some place, we feel jubilation. And then next day we see it dirty again, lamentation. Oh, Mansanova. He's our Ayurvedic expert. So just don't go after jubilation, go after becoming a humble servant. Just become a humble servant, and then things go wrong, well, let's try again. As long as you have capacity, air in your body, you can still do something nice. So do it. Do it. Do something nice. And be happy and satisfied, whatever will happen. Everything goes wrong, accept it also. Something to be learned to become more humble. Because we are really low and useless. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about myself. If you take offense upon that, because I say you're low and useless, that's not my point. Because I'm the lowest and the most useless, so I'm speaking from that point of view. And then we can now understand, why am I low and why am I useless? Because I've been part of this material world. Anybody with a big false ego, I'm German, I'm this, I'm that. Or even to think I'm a devotee. That's also a kind of arrogance. Because first of all, the real devotees all say there are no devotees. Radharani says everybody's a devotee except her. So that's our role model. We go by that. So if I've not thought that I'm low, then immediately I'm in some kind of illusion. And of course, we amongst each other, we always further our illusion. Mother says, oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, you've made such a nice graduation in school. Oh, you're so talented. They always flatter us, no? Oh, yes, you look so pretty. Yeah. And we go, we swallow it up like, yes, somebody's appreciating me. But then you immediately, you capitalize on it and your ego becomes bigger. I was glorified, I was in the newspaper, I had this, I had that, I did this, I did that. My accumulation of bonus points for me in my case. Oh, if somebody dares to criticize us. No. That person has no validity. What? He spoke bad about me? Oh, what a wretch. How does he dare to? Minimize me. Talk about my failures and my mistakes. Oh, how bad are they? Enemies and friends, that's called. Big illusion. My Gurudev, he said it so beautiful. Somebody said, they talk like this about you, you're so bad. He asked, really? That's the way they talk about me? Yes. They criticize you. Srila Sridaman said, you know, they talk like this just because they don't know how bad I really am. Otherwise, they would talk much different, much worse, if they would know how bad I'm really. And that was his heartfelt comment. People criticize me. Oh, and immediately I become angry. We are so much living in the duality of enemies and friends. Radhe. So we finish here. Our pujari is delayed. But nobody has a question, and I don't want to keep pounding on the same subject of jubilation and destruction. Maharaj, say something. Bhagavad Gita, happiness to distress, it's explained so perfectly. Bhagavad Gita gives all the answers. Jai Radhe.